Hello everyone, I'm back. It's 6:40 p.m. in the evening. Excuse me for yawning. So, excuse me, I won't be extra long on this video. But I don't know how long I'll be. But so like ever since like my sleep was much better, and then after later last week or over the weekend or something, I had a discussion with somebody in my live stream chat about the sleep deprivation, and ever since that, the perps have been sleep depriving me either every day or every other day for the past 3 or 4 days. You know, so I don't remember having any sleep before 5 o'clock this morning. But then when I did, my sleep was spotty, and then the fake construction noise woke me up around 7 something, and I put my earbuds in, and I told y'all about the dream manipulation nightmare that I had, and I woke up at 8:37 this morning, and then went down to breakfast, and they had like a photographer or something downstairs, taking pictures and stuff. I came back upstairs, and yeah, excuse me, I came back upstairs and I live streamed, and I don't remember how long it was. I guess it was from 9:40, probably 9:40 in the morning, up until until what I thought was checkout time. So thank you so much to the person who helped, and with the amount of points I had, I thought that I was gonna have to pay like $30 or $40 for the room. I wasn't sure exactly how much. So like the extra points was taking a long time to kick in, and I was waiting around, and I figured, well, might as well try to do the discounted night. It'll be almost free. And so it ended up being like $13 and something plus tax, I think. And then with the tax and everything, excuse me, it ended up being $15.24 that I had to pay for tonight. And they said that I saved over $74. So now my points are back at 0, but I have some pending points that I don't know when they'll be credited. But when I talked to the agent on the phone, she said that sometimes the points could take up to 2 weeks to kick in. Sometimes she said sometimes it could take 2 weeks to kick in. So now I'm back at 0 points, and excuse me. So yeah, I was able to convert all the points that I had, and then it was enough for almost free. Excuse me, very discounted night. It ended up being cheaper than what I expected, or than what I thought. So So with the rest of the funds, you know, I ordered me some chicken. You know, excuse excuse me. My throat is itchy. Excuse me, I got the mucus in my throat. And so I would have rather have had baked chicken, but I ordered from a place in New Orleans, mainland New Orleans. The place had been around for a long time, and they used to have a bakery and famous donuts and stuff. But then, you know, long before Hurricane Katrina, they turned into a chicken place. Excuse me. And so people raved on about it being the best chicken in the city, and it was like the same as another. Well, it was the other place is like a cafe that's famous, but excuse me, but the cafe, they rave on about how it's the best chicken in the city. But you know, both of them was like fried chicken, and it had like hardly much of any flavor. You know, just a little bit of salt or maybe a tiny bit of pepper. But I didn't taste much seasoning or flavor or nothing for everybody to rave on that it's the best chicken, you know. And so I had 3 pieces of fried chicken and a biscuit, and I ordered an extra cornbread because I was craving cornbread for some reason. Excuse me, and I'm glad that the cornbread was exactly what I craved for, you know. And the macaroni and cheese, it looked like regular noodles, you know, but the cheese sauce had no flavor, and excuse me, the cheese sauce had no flavor, and and I don't know if it seemed like as if it was canned nacho cheese that was just poured on the noodles, the elbow macaroni noodles or whatever. Excuse me, but like the biscuit was all right, you know, but I ordered like a slice of sweet potato pie and also a praline candy. You know, I haven't had those in a little while, but I don't know, I guess they didn't have either of those desserts, so I got a refund on those. So now I have like some credits, you know. But excuse me. So now I got like $9.82 in credits for that, and then I have $11.06 in the bank left over, and I have $6.80 in cash left over. So yeah, I just had the cornbread and the 3 pieces of chicken and macaroni and a biscuit, you know, and that was like about 4:15 or 4:30 that I had that, you know. But I don't know if I'll get hungry later on. But this morning I had excuse me, this morning I had 2 packs of the maple and brown sugar oatmeal. I was excited that they had oatmeal because I was kind of tired of having like the miniature muffins like 4 or 5 days in a row. So I was excited that they had the maple and brown sugar oatmeal, and I could have got the cinnamon spice, but I got the maple and brown sugar, and I put some peanut butter in it, and let the hot water, let everything, let the oatmeal soften and let the peanut butter melt, and then I stirred it. Y'all gotta try it. It's really good. And I had some eggs and sausage and some apple juice and some milk. And with my dinner, with early dinner, the food that I just described, I had the 2 packs of hot cocoa. And I love that brand of hot cocoa. To me, it's like the best I've ever had, better than Swiss Miss. They make my eye itch. But after breakfast, I had the other small bag of Doritos. And I'm thankful and glad to have another hotel night. And so excuse me. Like, it was after I renewed the hotel night, then I took another shower around noon, 12:30 or something. I took a shower. And then I attempted to try to take a nap and could not get to sleep to take a nap. I think I tried at least twice to take a nap. I could not get to take a nap or sleep, And so it was like about 2:45. I saw, there was another chicken place. They're making my nose itch. Another chicken place nearby that I had been craving for the past couple of days, and I could have had grilled chicken, and but I think that would have costed more than what I had, to what I had earlier today, But I hope I won't end up being hungry later on. I hope I won't be hungry later on, since I ate so early. And the chicken place that I ordered from, they closed at 5. And I got my food at like 4:15. And it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to order, what I wanted to eat, But, I would have wanted to eat healthier and more nutritious, But, like, I guess with the depression, due to what I'm going through and the anxiety and fear, I've been dealing with this since childhood, that if I'm feeling down or feeling a certain way, certain food help me feel better. Excuse me. But like, I really felt like I would have wanted to have, some of the sweet potato pie or the praline to help me emotionally feel better, even though I know health-wise they're not good for me. But at least I'm not doing drugs or nothing, or I'm not an alcoholic. And I'm no longer a glutton like I used to be when I was on psych medications years ago. I can't even get to really eat 3 meals a day every day, but yesterday I was lucky enough to get to have 3 meals a day. 3 meals yesterday. Excuse me. But yeah, like I've been like panicking, like in panic mode and freaking out all day, every day. Dealing with this targeting and you know the struggle to survive being scary, and then me being scared and freaking out of having to be back on the streets and being wrongfully banned from everywhere, and it's like everywhere I go is trespassing, that I'm wrongfully banned and trespassed from seemingly everywhere, you know. And excuse me. So but yeah, I've been just feeling super depressed lately, dealing with the harassment and attempted murder and them stopping me from living, and then me panicking and freaking out about how am I gonna survive, or me being scared and um excuse me, like it seems like going through this and being tortured and everything and stuff. It seems like, I don't know if other targets do this, but it seems like we trying to hunt for and try to find whatever comfort we could, despite like dealing with this torture being an open wound. Like whether it be like a psychological, emotional, and mental and spiritual and sometimes physical open wound. Excuse me. And trying to find comfort wherever we could, because it's like being tortured and being uncomfortable 24/7, and it's scary for me. And the weather people said that last week's cold weather was supposed to be the coldest weather of the season. But come to find out, it's supposed to get up to at least 80 degrees on Friday. And then it's supposed to rain all day. And then this coming Sunday and throughout next week, it's supposed to be like in the 40s and very cold. And I'm freaking out and scared of what to do. And, I really don't have truly 5,000, close to 5,000 subscribers. I have way less than that. Way less. But I don't know exact amount of real people. But the numbers that y'all see, the majority of them is the perps and their fake new profiles. After I keep blocking them, and they come back with more fake new profiles, and they unsubscribe and resubscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe and unsubscribe and resubscribe repeatedly. So like even some of the older people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, childish enough to do something like that. And I don't know if they're doing it for gaslighting, or if they're doing it for bullying, or like as if they feel like, if they feel like as if they're demanding that if they keep unsubscribing and resubscribing as a way to demand that I unblock them so that they can come in with their harassment, abuse, and attacks. Excuse me, and other people do it as a mind game, perps. They do it as a mind game to gaslight and play psychological games. They make them out a little bit, my nose itch. But yeah. Excuse me. I have this hard block of mucus in my throat that's really stubborn. And earlier today, I really was wishing I had a fruit and vegetable smoothie, juice, or salad or something. You know. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm scared about, you know, and it's like I heard that the online stalkers, with them trying to order me around and tell me what to do, you know, for them to try to harass me and say, "Oh, nobody feels sorry for you. You should have took that money that you spent on a hotel. You should have, used that to buy a coat. And I hope you freeze to death." I needed those extra hotel nights. My body was tired. I was tired and exhausted and weak. Tired, exhausted, and weak. So for them to try to tell me what to do with my own Social Security check, and they contribute nothing but stalking, harassment, and trying to abuse and control innocent people when they should mind their own business and leave me alone. Excuse me. And my perp twin sister failed at the attempted blood sacrifice for Halloween. So now she's back to joining the fake red triangle cult and stalking, harassing, and bullying and threatening me along with the rest of the cult perps. And I couldn't get away with doing to her what she's doing to me. You know, it's like for her to be a blatant devil worshiper. I mean, she's in cahoots with the same perps that run around saying Hail Sartin, which they're trying to play games when they really mean Hail Satan. They're Satan worshipers. Excuse me. And she's okay and content with internet strangers illegally swatting her own twin sister that's trying to survive. And then I heard that when the stalkers illegally swatted me, one of those times I heard my twin sister had called the jail and told them how to treat and how to abuse me. And you know, and it seems like people being so cold-blooded and cruel and uncaring, and then trying to falsely make it like I'm entitled and selfish by trying to say you're not the only one that's hungry, or you're not the only one that's homeless, or you're not the only one that needs this, you're not the only one that's whatever, to justify themselves being cold-hearted. You know. So what am I supposed to do that the jobs that say that they give a second chance? I shouldn't even have to be put in the category of felons and criminals when I have been illegally swatted and falsely accused, and they're still talking about how they want to do me in. You know. Excuse me. I mean, so I'm supposed to be like approaching, I wasn't going to say, but I'm supposed to be approaching 5,000 subscribers. And, the stalkers have been making threats and, and they've been threatening to have my account wrongfully taken down. And you know, that's even though it's small, but that's another bit of income for them to illegally rob from me or steal from me. And they wanting to illegally strip me from every bit of my income, and their game is, if we strip Candy of all her income, we can make her sell her soul and join us. And I'm not doing it. They're keeping me forced homeless because I won't join them. They keep attacking me because I won't join them. Because I won't submit. I hate anything related to any narcissistic abuse or cult. I don't want anything to do with it. Or Freemason and witchcraft and all that. I don't want anything to do with it. Excuse me. I hate that. So, it seems like if that's the case, that the weather is going to be the way it is, raining Friday, and then from Sunday all the way through whatever next week to have 40s something degree weather, it looks like I would have to start asking now for any and all the help I could get with hotel nights, food, toiletries, and sweatpants, and probably more shirts, and a jacket, big coat, and the stalkers, for them to laugh and say, "Have fun dying this winter, Candy," and stuff like that. So even before I came on this live stream, my anxiety was high, and I was really scared, and feeling afraid that I won't make it this winter. And I know y'all would say, stop thinking negative, or don't be pessimistic, or whatever. Or if I say what I need help with, then they would try to gag me or make me shut up by trying to say, oh, look at all the people who lost their food stamps. And, as a way to be like, shut up, you're not suffering. So they're blocking me from a way to earn my own living and survive unless I agree to being sex trafficked. And I've heard stories about when you're a victim of sex trafficking, they force you to do all these sexual filthy acts that you wouldn't normally do. And then they make false promises that you will have these nice things in life. And then you end up not getting what, even if you are held at gunpoint, threatened, drugged, or whatever, to do the things that they demand, that they narcissistically demand for you to do, then, they will, if you don't comply, they abuse you. But even if you do comply, they still don't give you nothing. And you end up forced to go without food and starving and stuff. And with this food stamp thing going on, I heard that there's men willing to sex traffic single women with kids and families in exchange to feed their kids. And it's like, during a time like this, I'm glad there's some people deciding to do good. Like, they had a video on what's that called? Inside Edition, where they had a video about grocery buddies, and so that's a good thing, that they want to help struggling people. But then they have other people on social media that's cold-hearted, cruel, judgmental, and I mean, it's unbelievable. But the stalking cult criminals, I'm blocked from working. I'm blocked from having a job. I'm wrongfully banned from so many places. So if I'm banned from this place and that place, that's less job opportunities I could have. And they continue stalking, harassing, and attacking and trying to ruin and destroy me. You know. But I will talk to more, but what time is it? 7:10. Well, luckily in the space that I'm at right now, the Wi-Fi seems a little bit faster over here. But I said I was gonna try to live stream at 8 o'clock, and I don't know if it might be 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And I wanted to work on some writing today, and I'm gonna try to see what I could do once I get off here. And then, I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all.